Hello out there, all of my spooky loves, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, hello, my name is Cemetery, and I'm your resident blind spooky ghoul. Please like, comment, and also subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when I upload. So first things first, before we get started, I apologize if you can hear the fan in my background, but it is extremely hot, unbearably hot. So I do need the fan going, or else I will become a sweaty mess and probably faint of heat exhaustion on camera. So like I said, I do hope that it's not too distracting or too loud or anything. But today I am recording a video, obviously, duh. But I haven't recorded a video or uploaded video in a good while. I think it's been a few months now. Things have been pretty crazy here in my world, so I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and record and upload. But I'm hoping that I can get back into it now. So we're jumping right back in with part 4, I'm pretty sure, of my story of blindness. If you have not watched parts 1 through 3, I do suggest that you go back and watch them, just so that you'll be caught up to speed. But a little recap, in part 3, I talked about some of the things that I experienced being blind when it came to other kids my age. I had talked about an incident at a school assembly when a girl did not want to touch me because she did not want to catch my blindness. I also talked about an incident where on the playground after school a boy threw wood chips at me. So pretty early on I realized that I was not the same as everybody else, that I was different, that people saw me as being different. I was basically like an alien in a way, because I had this disability, because I had these things to help me function with my disability. I was just completely different, and I felt like an outcast because I didn't feel like I was accepted by other peers. And so in this video, I'm actually going to talk about some more incidents that happened that kind of cemented that thought in my head that I was different and that I was not accepted. So one incident actually did not have to do with somebody my own age. It actually had to do with somebody quite a bit older than me, and this happened when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old. But I remember I went to McDonald's with my mom, and you know, like a normal 7, 8 year old, I was super excited to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal and see what the Happy Meal toy was. And we were standing in line waiting, and we weren't like too many people back from the counter. I think there's probably like 2 or 3 people in front of us. And there was a worker behind the counter. It was a female, and I say she was probably like in her late 20s, or not late 20s, but like late teens, early 20s. And she spotted me because, like I said, we weren't too far back in the line, so you know, we were easily able to be seen from the people behind the counter. And this worker did spot me, and she proceeded to start making fun of me to one of her fellow co-workers. And like I had said in one of my previous videos about my blindness, I wore glasses once it was determined that I had really low vision. I had to wear glasses, and because my vision was so severe, and was like, or because my vision loss was so severe, and because it was just so low, I had to wear extremely thick lenses, which people call Coke bottle lenses. So they're just very thick. And, just, like, let's be honest, let's be blunt here, look weird. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know I shouldn't say that because I wore them, but I mean, if we're going to be completely 100% truthful here, they do look odd. Okay, we won't say weird. They do look odd, though, and they do look strange to see somebody with these, like, super thick glasses on their face. But if that's what they have to wear, that's what they have to wear. I had to wear them, and people don't just choose to wear them for a fashion statement. They wear them because they need them. And so she had spotted me with my very thick glasses on, and like I said, proceeded to start making fun of me to her coworker, and basically just talking about how ugly I was with the glasses. That the glasses were so ugly that poor kid, super ugly, like she's gonna, just grow up to be unattractive if she has to wear those glasses, and just, what's wrong with her? Why does she have to wear those thick glasses? Why would her parents make her wear those thick glasses? Just, things that you shouldn't say to somebody or about somebody, because obviously it wasn't to me, but it was about me, and I was able to hear. And as we, kept moving up in the line, obviously we were able to hear her clearly and hear her more. And it was really upsetting to me because, I knew that I was an outcast, and I knew that I was different in the eyes of kids my own age. But when it was somebody older than me, somebody in their late teens, early 20s, making fun of a 7 or 8-year-old, it was just really devastating. And we did end up talking to the manager. The worker was reprimanded. I don't know what happened to her. Like, I don't remember what happened to her, or she got fired or whatever. It was so long ago. For all we know, she could have just got like a stern talking to or something, and that was it. But she did get reprimanded somehow. And then the manager of that McDonald's gave me like some coupons and like little toys and stuff like that. But, that's something that I remember all these years later. I'm 30 years old now, and I still remember that trip to McDonald's when I was 7 or 8 years old, because it was a traumatizing moment. It was a really hurtful moment. It was one of those moments that chipped away at my self-esteem, and my self-esteem was already starting to be chipped away at by kids my own age. Another incident I had was with this boy that I had previous run-ins with. He picked on me a lot because of my blindness, because I was different, because I was weird, because I was strange, because I wasn't like him and everybody else. So I was a target. I was picked on. I was bullied. I was, I wasn't really able to stick up for myself or to speak up for myself. And he knew it, and a lot of other kids knew it, and that's why I was, definitely a target as well. But like I said, I had run-ins with this boy quite a bit. And so when I was in elementary school, I did not ride a school bus. I rode, it was like a rideshare thing called Dial a Ride. And I think it's like in other places. I'm not 100% sure though, but it's basically like a compact bus, or like more so like a van, I guess you'd say. And they would take you places. And I rode this to and from school. And there were other kids my own age and in my class and stuff that also rode this. And I remember one day the boy that I had the run-ins with before actually ended up riding on it with me home one day. And I think that I was in 5th grade, so I don't know if you guys still consider that elementary school. I still technically consider it elementary school because I don't consider middle school or junior high until 6th grade. But I do remember that I was in 5th grade, I'm pretty sure, because I had my clarinet, and I didn't take band until my 5th grade year, because I'm pretty sure that was like the first year that you could actually do band. So I was sitting on this bus van thing, and the boys sat next to me, of course. And I'm just sitting there, and I have my clarinet in my lap, and he starts, you know, what he normally did, and just picking on me and making fun of me and making comments. And like, I don't even remember what provoked it. Like, I don't remember if I attempted to speak up for myself and told him to leave me alone or what it was, but next thing I know, he's grabbing my clarinet case out of my lap and throws it to the back of the van. And I was really upset, and I was really angry because, you know, if it was damaged, that was, you know, a cost that was going to come out of my mom's pocket to fix this instrument. And so I got angry, and I told him, I was like, you know, go get it. Like, I said it angry. I was like, go get it. Like, you threw it. You go get it. You know, trying to stick up for myself, trying to stand up for myself, trying to not have to, you know, take a shameful walk to the back of the van to get my clarinet that this bully threw. And, you know, I told him, go get it. And for whatever reason, like, he completely just snapped like he had never snapped before. And it happened so quickly that the next thing I know, my seatbelt is unbuckled and I am pushed onto the floor face first, and he gets on top of me and starts punching me in the back of the head and in my back. And I was scared, but I was also just more like emotionally hurt, because I knew that it was because I was a target, and because people knew me as somebody that they could target, knew me as somebody that they could pick on and make fun of and bully. And like, you know, I like I said, I didn't really stick up for myself. I was weak physically and emotionally back then, and it was really hurtful and really scary. And luckily it was like super quick. The guy that drove the Dial-A-Ride van, his name was Jim. I still remember this. His name was Jim. He was super cool. He drove it a lot when I would take it to school and take it home from school. He was the driver a lot, but you know, they did rotate drivers, but he was usually like the driver, like I'd probably say like 99% of the time when I took it. And he was really sweet. He knew my grandma, so he knew, you know, that I had this condition. He knew that I had a disability, and he was super nice, and I was really cool with him. Like random piece of like information. I used to like make up songs and raps and stuff about him. I remember one I made up was called Jim the Rapping Cookie, and he was always like just super entertained by like the little songs and raps and stuff I would make up. But anyways, he, you know, jumped into action super quickly, pulled over, stopped, came back and pulled this kid off of me. So and I just remember like just crying and just being really upset the whole way to my destination. This day he was actually dropping me off at my mom's work. So just the whole way to my mom's work, I was just upset and crying. And then of course when I got to my mom's work and saw my mom, I was upset and crying. And she had already known, because Jim had, you know, put a report in to the main people, and they got a hold of my mom, so she already knew. And she was angry. She was very, very angry, and you know, she was just trying to get information on this kid and information on this kid's parents so that she could contact them and stuff. And Like, nothing happened with it. Like, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why nothing happened with it. You know, this kid attacked me. He physically attacked me and assaulted me, and nothing happened. And I don't even know why, because once again, long time ago, 5th grade, but I do know that nothing happened, other than I never saw him on the van again, so I guess he never was able to take that service again. But of course, you know, I still saw him at school because he was one of my peers. Another time was during the summer one year, and I was a little bit older. I think I was, I don't know, I was probably like the summer between 5th and 6th grade. So I was probably just about, like, I was gonna go into 6th grade, and I was at the park. There was a park catty corner from my grandma's house, and I was over there playing. When I went over there, there wasn't anybody there. Like, when I got there, it was just me, so I was enjoying it. Like, I was having fun, just hanging out and playing by myself, and just having a run of the playground, basically, and the slides and everything, and you know, just minding my business. And these 3 kids all of a sudden come to the park, and I knew these 3 kids. It was 2 boys and a girl, and they were brothers and sisters, so they were related, siblings. I don't know why I just did that. Why I was like, they were brother and sister, related, siblings. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys know that brothers and sisters means related, and also brothers and sisters means siblings, so I apologize. But, so they were siblings, and not only that, they were actually related to me. They were my cousins, and I think it was by marriage, I guess. I'm pretty sure it was by marriage, I think. I don't even know. But they were my cousins. And you would think that if they're cousins, if they're your family, that they would treat you with respect, that they would accept you, that they would love you, that they would stick up for you, and that they wouldn't look at you any differently. But that was definitely not the case. They came there and they immediately started in on me, started picking on me, started bullying me, you know, calling me 4 eyes, calling me ugly, calling me weird, calling me strange, just, you know, all kinds of hurtful things, just things to hurt my feelings. And they were telling me to go home. Like, they were literally trying to kick me out of this public area, kick me out of this public park that I was at first. And they were telling me to go home. And another time of me trying to stick up for myself and trying to stick up for myself resulted in me being attacked again. I was trying to ignore them and tell them I wasn't going to go home, and I kind of just tried to go back to what I was doing. And I remember I started to get ready to swing across on the monkey bars, and all 3 of them started grabbing up handfuls of gravel, because this playground area was covered in gravel. And all 3 of them just started picking up handfuls of gravel and throwing them at me. And not just, you know, lightly tossing at me, like literally like winding up, throwing handfuls of gravel at me. And like I said, it was summertime, so I was in shorts and I think also like a sleeveless top. So, you know, there was exposed skin. And I just remember being hit in my legs and my arms and even my face with these rocks. And, you know, gravel is tiny. It's tiny little rocks. You know, it's not like they picked up a baseball-sized rock and chucked it at me. But, you know, still, you know, having these handfuls of rocks tossed at you and hitting your bare skin and hitting your face and stuff hurts. And I just remember I started crying and I ran off. I left the park and ran home. And I didn't tell my mom what happened. I kept it to myself, and that was one thing that was like a running theme with me. After the incident with the boy on the bus, van, whatever, I started keeping more things to myself, and people would pick on me because it was an everyday thing, and I didn't want to be the person that whined and cried and tattletaled every time somebody said something hurtful, or every time somebody did something hurtful. And so I started keeping that stuff to myself, and I don't recommend that to anybody. If there are any younger kids listening to this, please don't keep stuff to yourself. Please talk to somebody. Don't be afraid of you know, telling people multiple times. Like, don't keep it to yourself, because it builds up and it creates a lot more emotional issues that you don't need. And that's what happened to me. I started being more emotional and more upset, and just, you know, it was just really hard for me. I started being more depressed and started being down on myself way more, and started hating myself, and started telling myself that I was never going to fit in with anybody, that I was never, you know, going to be seen as somebody who fit in, and was never really going to be accepted. As long as I had this disability, as long as I had this eye condition, as long as I had to use all the different things to help me function in life with my disability, I was not going to be accepted. And that really hurt, and really led to some bad times, some bad thoughts, some bad ideas that I won't get into in this video. I might in a later video. I don't know if that's something you guys would want to hear about. Please let me know down below, comment, like this video, you know, give it a thumbs up, so I know that people are actually listening and actually care about what I'm saying. And if you guys are interested in knowing more about that stuff. But anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. I apologize for my first video back being a heavy one, but I thought after being gone for so long that I should come back with a next part of my story of blindness, because that is a big part of my life. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on your notifications so you will be notified when I upload. Hopefully I will be uploading more often now. But other than that, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day or evening, whenever it is you're watching this. And I will talk to you in my next video. Stay spooky, everyone.